Okay, so we have our 3D shapes drawn. We have created holes and we have inserted some type of string or rope or tube, something that travels through our 3D shapes. Our next step is to decide on a light source. Where is your light source going to be coming from? Is your light source going to be coming straight on from the top? Will it be coming from the left or the right? You have to make that decision as an artist. And then you have to shade your shapes according to your light source. I am going to shade my shapes as if my light source is coming from the front or kind of top down here. And I am deciding to use just one color pencil. I chose purple because I really like purple. And I'm going to begin. Sometimes when I shade lightly, notice this is a writer's grip and this is more of a shading grip. I hold it more on the top, or I sometimes can hold it, I hold it flatter in some way. So for my light side, the side that is the light source is hitting most strongly or more strongly, I'm going to just shade in really softly. Notice when I shade sometimes with my colored pencil, I don't do really long strokes using the side of my pencil. I'm almost doing little ovals and filling the color in. Now there is a big difference in the quality of colored pencils. I am using a Prismacolor colored pencil. It's a softer color pencil. A lot of you might have Crayola at home, which is fine. It just might not be quite as soft or smooth as a Prismacolor. If you don't have colored pencils at home, then I recommend using a crayon for this area. And if you don't have a crayon, then you're just going to have to shade with pencil. So I'm going to now just work on shading the fronts of all of my shapes. So this front, this front, this front, and this front. Now that I have all the fronts of my objects shaded, I'm going to work on the sides. And the sides are going away from the light source. So they should appear a bit darker than what you shaded your fronts. So right now I'm going in one direction with my shading, doing short strokes. With colored pencils, it's all about creating layers. So if I wanted to make it a darker value without pressing really hard with the tip of my pencil, I would actually now do a second layer and go in a different direction on top. So I'm doing maybe a little bit more pressure than my first layer, and I'm still kind of doing these little oval coloring patterns. And now by going in another direction, almost like cross-hatching if you're doing like a pen drawing, but you color in an opposite direction, you can notice how it makes another layer of colored pencil and it darkens the value. Sometimes you want to go in a little bit with the tip of your pencil on those edges, just to help define that area. Okay. Now I'm going to do my other sides. Okay, if you have a shape where you see a third side, so that side and that side, I'm going to go even darker on that third side. So this I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the tip of my pencil and really make that a dark value. I want to have my sides have different values because it helps distinguish and show the side. If they all were the same value, it wouldn't be as believable to look at. Okay, so there we have our shaded objects. You do not need to worry about the background for this assignment. If you have time and you want to color in your background, you can.